Hey everyone, and welcome back to Remember This Tech. Today we're going to do a mini reveal, see if these two laptops I got behind me even work. One is really old, it's from Windows 98 era, I know nothing about them. It could be a Pentium 2, could be a Pentium 3, and one is a Core 2, a Centrino, Core 2 Duo probably, and it is a little bit newer, but both look like they're in really good shape. The first is a Sony Vaio. And it's back, has a Windows Vista sticker, and that's probably what it still has on there, even if it works. The second, though, is a little bit older, as I said. This is a Gateway Solo laptop, and it is a brick. It is heavy. It's probably like 15 pounds. Probably not that, probably 10, but it looks really good, though, and everything looks intact so far. Dial-up modem on the side with USB ports. It looks like a mini FireWire, perhaps. I'm not sure. It has the PC MCIA slots here, and the input-output for your various headphone jacks, etc. And look, it's got like buttons for the media player, the CD-ROM, right there. Not that it's any good nowadays, but hey. And on the side, we've got a floppy built into the system and a CD. Ooh, says DVD-ROM drive. It does have a Pentium 2 sticker on it, so Windows 98. Now, to have a DVD-ROM drive in a laptop back then, that was not a bottom-of-the-barrel build. That was a higher-end build. So on the back, we have an IR and docking station port, and you've got PS2 port for keyboard and mouse, and your power. And for this gateway, I forgot, but there's two panels here. You open up the first one, and you have a parallel port, a serial port. You have a docking port. And the secondary one, you have a VGA out and an optical SPDIF out, which is uncanny for this day and age laptop. And it looks like the left and right audio out, or it could be even, well, it could be like video out as well. I don't know. So yeah, pretty nice for the day. So I'm thinking this could be a really cool retro gaming laptop if it works. It looks really nice, and I haven't tested it, so that's what we're going to do today. And then the second was a Vaio, much more lighter. The Centrino Duo, which normally means it's Core 2 Duo. It says it has large capacity battery. Looks to be like a 15-inch screen. It's probably 2009 era, 2008 maybe. On the side here, it's a nondescript. Looks like it's a DVD-ROM drive, but you know, it doesn't say anything. It has modem and Ethernet ports here. And if you flip it around, got a PCI MCIA slot, which who knows why. And look, it has like that mini FireWire, or maybe it's even video out, I don't know. But you got a VGA out here, and you got a PS2 port and 3 USBs. On the back, just the docking port and access points for your memory and battery. So yeah, somebody was giving these away, and I grabbed them. The top of the Vaio looks pretty scratched up, but of course it was plastic, so that's to be expected. So I'm gonna jump right into this and see if this Gateway Solo boots up, because I'm really interested to see if it will, and if it does, well, that is awesome, because I even have the power supplies with them. Odds are people throw machines of this era away for two reasons. Well, one, they're broken. Two, they don't have any use for them. It's too old and slow for anything they would ever use. So they just toss them out. And they could basically only need a reinstall of the OS or a new hard drive, and they'll be good to go. Green light on the power brick. That's always a good sign, because these things die too. I'll plug this in. We'll adjust the camera, and this is winging it, you know, this is basically, all right, let's zoom in and see what we got. Come on, let's go. Well, let's see if it powers on. Power button's pressed. Oh, we have screen escape delete. Pentium 2 400 megahertz. Oh wow, 400 megahertz Pentium 2, and we got video out. This is nice. They might have upgraded the RAM. What do we got? 168. So is there 64 meg and a 128 meg stick? CMOS is quite dead. Oh, the screen is really bad to see here. All right, that's a little bit better. All right. Let's see if we can get closer. Yeah, this is like a TFT screen, so this is really not great, so bear with me. Battery's dead, maybe soldered to the motherboard. I don't know, I'd have to go in there and fix it. Floppy. That was pretty huge back then. And a CD-ROM drive and 160 meg of memory. It says TV out. It's a crappy LCD graphics. I want to see what kind of graphics it has on here if we can. Performance mode. Boot. Alright. I don't have any idea what graphics card's on in here. So I'm thinking it might be an ATI or something. ATI Rage. Excuse me, but why does it say calibrate gas gauge? Wow, that's weird. No. Alright, let's see if we can boot up and get into Windows. Resume. Ooh, Windows 98 Plus Pack. We have the Plus Pack. Yay! Plus Pack just gave you extra themes and desktop background. This thing's not booting that slow, but let's see if we can hear the hard drive. Alright, we will protect the privacy of the individual owner if there's a login name. Once it's booted up and the backsplash is here for the screensaver, it doesn't look too horrible. Really, we're gonna have to fix the battery if you wanna use it for a gaming machine, but. Okay, so we got a bunch of stuff on here. We got Quicken. We got, I wonder if there's any games on here. We gotta let it load. It's a slow, old hard drive. They are slow. They are old. I wonder if this helps. No, that's worse. The one thing about these old TFT LCDs is that the angle sucked and the screen was pretty horrible usually. But this one's not bad. It's not washed out for the day. One thing about the Plus Pack is they give you tons of screensavers and backgrounds. Some of them's not that great, but it gave you a ton that you could apply and use. Settings, we want to go in here and actually see what kind of video card. Okay, so I was right, partially. It's a Rage Mobility aGP. 1024 by 768 is the maximum that this LCD screen can handle, and that's what it's set at. 256 colors though. Blah. Ew. Ew. Maybe this will help. Or maybe it'll die. No, it did nothing, but we know that that's got, I wonder if it's an 8 meg. Mobility Pro. We gotta go into this, the quick info on this computer. We got Pentium 2 400 megahertz MMX and Pentium Windows 98. Looks like the first build. Doesn't even look like a second edition, but I could be wrong. DirectX 6.1 great. That did not work. The Rage Mobility aGP is a Mach 64 chip and 8 meg of RAM on there. Yeah, you heard me right. 8 meg of RAM. Sound is a Magestro direct sound driver. I've never heard those, but Magestro. Alright, so yeah. So there you have it. That Windows 98 Pentium 2 400 machine works perfectly. Just needs a little bit more RAM maybe, and you're good to go for a retro gaming rig. The ATI Rage is not the greatest, but hey, why not? This thing's in good shape. This next one is the Sony Vaio. Got it plugged in, came with the charger as well. Let's see if it even starts up, shall we? And it's, whoa. Okay, I'm in the BIOS. And again, this battery's dead. Dead. Sometimes when these batteries on these laptops are dead, they're just near impossible to replace. You break 5 things just getting into the system, plastic. And yeah, it's not 2005, but that's what it defaults to for the BIOS. So let's take a look. 2 gig of memory, that's nice. It's probably near maxed out for the day, but well, let's see. So we've got 160 gig hard drive, which is, yeah, for the day, not bad, not great, but that's all we can really see. We've got an optical drive, floppy. Is there a floppy on here? I didn't see a floppy. There's no floppy. Let's exit setup and see if we can boot. So far it's working. Might be one of these ones somebody just got rid of the crop. They didn't need it. Too old for them. This would make a good Windows Vista machine as a throwback, or might run really well with Linux on here. In fact, gives me an idea for a future video. It's the pre-Windows 7. That's not correct. So what can I say about those 2 laptops I got? Well, I'm pretty excited about the Gateway Solo laptop. It was pretty high end for the day, having the DVD-ROM drive in there, which I haven't tested. 400 megahertz Pentium 2. As far as I know, the Pentium 2 line only went up to 450 megahertz, and then they went to the Pentium 3, which was faster, more efficient power-wise and heat. That thing was pretty well packed with features. It did have a Rage Mobility Pro 8 meg card, which, well, if I get into it, you know, I'll probably have to do some tests, maybe some retro gaming. It was really good shape for the age that it was in, you know. We were talking like 26 years, 24 years old, and there was like 0 things wrong with it, knock on wood. Yeah, I can see a future video doing retro gaming for Windows 98 or something. DOS-based games for sure, yeah. But the only problem is with both those laptops, the CMOS batteries are dead. Well, age will do that. So depending on how hard they are to replace those batteries will determine how far I'm going to go to upgrade or clean them, etc. Just because you dive into those old systems, they're brittle, you try to get to the components and only find out it's soldered to the motherboard, and you may not even be able to replace it very easily, depending on how adept you are with soldering. So stay tuned for possible future videos involving one or both of these laptops coming in the near future. Thanks for coming along with me in this journey, and thanks for watching Remember This Tech.